So, welcome everybody. It's Darlene here tonight in on Shop Talk Live. I'm glad to have anybody here. Let's see who's going to join us tonight, and then we're going to go ahead. It's all good news tonight. There's some pretty exciting things that are happening uh, within the company Unicity. I get that. I know that it is time. I also know that there's lots going on down there in the US today. My thoughts are going out to all the individuals that are actually having to weather that hurricane that's going across to Florida. It's going to go across to Georgia, and it's devastating to the individuals. I absolutely know, and so my heart and my thoughts are with you. So tonight, it's pretty hard talking about something that is good news when it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of good news going on out there. And I think that people are so stressed right now, not just in the U.S., but I think globally, people are stressed. There's so many. It seems like every week there's a new disaster, and you wonder where it's all going to end. And so, staying positive. Welcome, Joan, and welcome, Deb. I'm so glad that you joined me. I know I'm starting a couple of minutes late here, but there's lots going on down there. So, we have to stay on the positive side. I had a meeting last week with one of my gals, and I was out in a place that we like to go. It's called the Frog Pond, and I was talking to a friend, somebody that I've known for a long time. He's actually running for council here. We have elections here in Ontario tomorrow, and we were talking about some things that were going on, out there in society today, and it's not fun. And I said to John, his name is John. I said, John, here's what's really interesting. We get to understand life by using hindsight. We look at it through hindsight. We review our past. We take our lessons, and it's all hindsight. And yet we're expected to live with foresight. And he was walking across the floor when I finished my sentence, and he turned around and he said, "Oh my, that is something really important." And I know that, for all of us here in Unicity, we can sit here and we can do hindsight. We can talk about the things we had. We can talk about the products that have been retired. We can talk about what's going on in health and wellness out there in this day and age. And we can talk about all kinds of things. And I don't think that we necessarily are solving any problems. But I think that if we all got together and worked together, connected together, learn to re-engage together and form and create something that is exciting and compelling, then a lot of things would change for individuals. And as we change and make a difference in individual lives, whether it's with their health or whether it's monetarily, maybe it's by giving them hope and raising them up, maybe it's about being a positive influence and a positive example for them. So if we could do that, then we could do our own little change the world a little bit at a time. So last week I shared a video with a man who runs a company called Story Brand. And I said to everyone, I asked you if you would read it or listen to it and start to write something out, something that would make you proud and show that you're proud of this company, Unicity, because that's what brings us together on this video. And so I promise you, I listened to it and I worked on it for a whole week before I came out with what seems to be really clear to me. And it is posted up on the right-hand side of the page there, and it says, the number one thing this lifestyle guru, which is me, thank you, Bev Talon, for calling me your guru, is about. And here's what I'm about, and I would suggest maybe we're all about to a greater or lesser degree. People are drowning out there. We all know that people are drowning out there with so much conflicting information on almost every subject in the media and on the internet. Everywhere you go, everybody has got conflicting information. They often feel misled around health and diet and fitness because everybody's got an answer here, there, and it's something new all the time. And there's confusion about what is right or wrong, as well as they feel intimidated about the cost. They have lost hope. They don't know who to trust. And they're trying to work through the maze of the latest, greatest programs for health and wellness. We at Unicity take the mystery out of health and wellness with simple to understand. And one of our programs is really affordable. It's going to give you the foundation, 21-day program that's going to teach you step by step how to create lasting results, getting more energy, a leaner, fitter, more youthful body with fresh stamina and vitality. And we want to end that yo-yos forever with a new way of thinking about how you feed your body and how you move your body and how you feel about your body. And that's all written out for you to memorize, and it's posted here under the number one thing this guru is about. It's not just for me, it's for all of us. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight, I came up with that. Now, the next project I'm going to work on with that story brand is how do we invite or describe what we do in Unicity as a business. Is anybody interested? I can see who's here listening tonight, and thank you, Burma, for joining us, and Joan and Deborah, and I know that there are people that are not here tonight, but they're going to catch up with us later on after this, or maybe actually tomorrow listening to, there's so much going on. So that's part of good news for today. The other part of the good news is that, Unicity has got this new app, and it's for your smartphones. It's for they got an Apple app, and they have, what do they call it? I have a Samsung, an Android app for the Get Fit 21. Now, I didn't know how I was going to feel about that. And so I was encouraged by some of my people in my team to go get the app and download the app, and which I did. And I was surprised how easy it would be to use that app. Like, you can actually take a picture of your breakfast, and it's right there on the app. Your shake or your lunch, whatever, it's right there, posted immediately on that app. The company is going to load all of the 21 lessons. Every single time you have a group, they're going to load those 21 lessons. And so that takes away some of the intimidation around it, where people think that, oh, I can't get it loaded. I can't, name a group, my own private group, and then I have to load all the images on and put all the, even if it's copy and paste, people struggle with it. Now, I don't struggle with it on my computer, but I sure do struggle with it on an iPad or on my phone. So the company's done this really cool thing for us. So why not take advantage of that? So I'm going to tell each one of you, if you haven't heard or haven't tried it yet, go and download the app on your phone. Use an Android if you have almost any phone. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. Just type in Get Fit 21 and go to the Apple Store if you're running an Apple, and download that Apple app and Get Fit 21 and go in and look. It's easy to get into. However you get into your back office, that's how you get onto the app. So, you put, for me, I put my ID number in and my password, and boom, I was on that app. Now, each program or group is going to have a number. So the company, when you're going to do a group, you'll go and get a number, put your group on there. And I'm not exactly clear how that's going to happen. Maybe some other people will type it into the bottom and explain it, but I'm just kind of going with it. And it's supposed to be available in the next week or two so that you can start your groups before the end of October and do this. It's simple. If you don't want to run a group, there's people out there that really want to make a difference in people's lives, but they don't feature themselves as a coach. They find it difficult to do all the tasks like, loading on the images and loading on the content, and they're intimidated by it. Well, the company is going to allow you. Welcome, Rick Swengel and Alice Yim there. Thank you for joining us. The company is going to run these super groups, so you can still, share Get Fit 21. You can do Get Fit 21 for yourself, and you can have the company then go in, take those people into the group, and you can follow along in the group and support your people. But the company is going to do all that posting and just make it really simple for you. So they call those super groups. So that's some of the good news there on Get Fit 21. And so I have to say to you, I believe that Get Fit, I've been here for 25 years, be 26 in January. My co-host on Shop Talk for all these years, who started with me, Burma Hicks, she's going to be here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 28 years and coming up here real soon. One of the things that has been a real struggle for Burma and I is to have people that in any way, shape, or form could duplicate us, because I was a person that never stopped asking why. And so I went and did all the research, and I happen to love to research, and I love to write, but that's not everybody's forte, nor does everybody like to do that. And so they started to look at Burma and started to look at me as the experts, and you know what? They were right. But it was unfair to our organizations. So because the people coming in behind them were not really being exposed in any specific way about learning about the products and what they represent. So the company now is going to actually have a certification program so that when you learn about, for instance, Bio 7, you're going to become a product specialist in that. It's going to give you confidence. It's going to give you complete insight over products, and it's going to help you go out more effectively and share and help with people. Get Fit 21 actually gets people in a routine of supplementing on a regular basis, where they learn to get committed and get in stride in a routine. It also, coming through as a coach, starting out here, even if you never coach, take that coach's course. It will give you an incredible background. It will give you some foundational information about these products. And I think for all of my new people, that's how I want them to come in. I want the company to train them for those things, the coaching and such. Welcome, Heather Fisher. I am so glad you came in. And Doug Collins says the app is available for all certified coaches as of today. So if you've not taken a certification in coaching, this is a perfect opening. I suggest that you call the company, tell them who you are, give them your ID number, and tell them you want to go through that certified coaching and really get a feel of what we're doing here. I think you'll never regret it. It's not that intimidating. And it's, even for me, it was a great refresher. Thank you, Doug, for that tip. So that's what's going on with that. I still think Get Fit 21 is the foundational start for all new members, whether they are customers or whether they become our partners. It's incredible. So the other good news was it's up there on the right-hand side. If you're on Shop Talk Notes, the page on Facebook, you go under there, what number one thing this guru is all about. It gives you the language about people are drowning in so much conflicting information on almost every subject in all areas of the media and internet today. And they often feel misled around health and diet and fitness. There's confusion about what is right and wrong, as well as intimidation about the cost. Many have lost hope of ever finding the way through the maze of the latest and the greatest programs, the health and wellness. And, quite frankly, they give up and they give up hope. And they just go on having, health challenges and never get to be their best self. And we want to take the mystery out of health and fitness with it's simple to understand step-by-step program. Please go memorize that and copy and paste it and learn it and let it breathe from the inside out. The next thing for our Americans, and I'm sorry, Heather, and I'm sorry, Doug, but I am talking in negotiations with Cody Williams. But I got to tell the Americans, you got a hot special there for the, with the Unicity. You get a free 7-day supply of Unicity. You get one of those drawstring bags that get fit, don't quit when you buy a complete and an Unicity. So that's a special that just started this week. It's while supplies last. I'm trying to get it on the NFR for us because we would like to have that 7-day. The people that are in the U.S. have so many advantages. You are so really, really lucky as to the things that the company can do for you or does do for you. And, us Canadians up here, we're always like that redhead child that they send back to the corner. And so often we wait for weeks and months for things that are launched. And you know what? That's just not going to be good enough. So the last thing that I'm really excited about, not the last thing, but one of the things that I'm really, really, really excited about is that you have some new leadership out there in the U.S. And the new leadership is actually Clayton Barton. Now, Clayton Barton is actually he's a lifetime friend of Stuart Hughes, and he's now the senior VP of the Americas. And this is the good news. The truth is, and I've said it in a previous video, is the growth in North America of Unicity has been stunted. It hasn't been growing. We have incredible product loyalty. We have, I have customers that I've had for over 20 years, and the customers are the lifeblood of how I get paid. And I'm sure that even Burma Hicks would actually say that's true. But as distributorships, the distributorships have not been growing. And I'm gonna be really frank here. And you can come up and say I'm full of it, or you can add whatever you like, but I'm going to tell you. I believe that there was a sense in the field of the distributors of hopelessness. of distrust, not knowing where we're going to go, not feeling comfortable or safe. And in order for us to build a strong, growing, vibrant, healthy business, we have to be safe. We need customer service that services us correctly, that listens to us, that will help us, that will reach out to us and support us. We need fabulous products, and we have those fabulous products. We need fabulous growth and strong leadership, glue leadership in the field, where everybody is willing to work together. I think it started with Get Fit 21. I really believe that but still that sense of safety wasn't there. And when I heard that Clayton Barton had been literally brought home to the U.S. to work, and senior vice president, and call it something metaphysical, call it my gut, call it me, call it whatever you want to call it. I had this energy when I heard that. I had this energy just come over me, and I thought I had this like relief come over me, and I thought about it, and I believe that it was a sense of safety, a real sense of safety. And Clayton Barton, I've met him a number of times. I liked him. I had an incident. He stood with me on a stage in Toronto in 2013. It was January 2013, so it's 6 years ago, come January. And they were asking me to tell my story. And I shared my story, and I called myself unrecruitable. And Clayton Barton was standing there, and he was standing there on the stage beside me with Clive Wynne. And I heard him, I'm talking, but you hear what's going on the stage. He said, unrecruitable. I really like the sound of that. And I meant it then, and I meant it now, that I am unrecruitable. I love this company because I love the products. I love the people. I love the loyalty to the products. But we needed something to energize us, to like a blood transfusion, so that we would feel safe and be able to move forward. And so that's what I think is going to happen here under Clayton Barton's leadership. We need a benevolent leader there in the corporate that will connect with us on our hearts, our minds, our bodies, our businesses, connect with us and hear us and know what our struggles are and work with us to find solutions. Not going to complain, but to work to find solutions. And so I do have an appointment to to have a talk with Clayton Barton at the first of next week. And I'm really going to foster that relationship. And I would really like for all of us to be able to join hands and foster strength and relationships and work together with Unicity and just make it all good news from here on out. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that was exactly what you were expecting for my video tonight, my live call tonight, but I hope nonetheless that it encouraged you. We're going to keep on moving forward. If you don't like what the number one guru is about, or the number one thing this guru is about, then you can do the story brand and write your own statement so that you know how to approach people with confidence and to do it, smoothly and easily. The next story brand language that I'm working around is going to be, how are we going to bring fresh people to our business, and what is Unicity all about? And we need that one-line story kind of thing so that people will be truly intrigued with what we offer. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Heather Fisher. Thank you, Doug Collins, Rick Swingle, Alice Burma. And, you know, Alice, I see you showing up everywhere in my Facebook. Thank you, Joan Wilkinson and Deb Marsh and Deborah Egan. Thank you all for coming. And I hope you have an absolutely fabulous week. And we'll chat soon. So thank you for coming. And next Wednesday, we'll go live one more time. Thank you. Bye.